Greetings, all. Omega here. After seeing Patrick Stewart's announcement on Saturday, I, like the rest of us, have been wondering, how is he going to return to Star Trek? So, I've come up with 5 possible ways Picard could return to the Star Trek universe. But first, Patrick Stewart, if you're seeing this, I am truly honored. And I am one of the people you inspired into management. Though I'm not in management right now. I did get a degree in it. And thank you so much for your 15 years of on-screen service as Captain Jean-Luc Picard. It pleases me to no end to know that you're going to return. I thought this would never happen. I haven't been this excited about Star Trek since Nemesis premiered in the theaters. Also, thank you, YouTubers. We just hit 12,000 subscribers yesterday. It's awesome. You guys rock. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, and one more thing. I'm gonna do a survey. So after you watch this video, if you want, go over and vote on which of the 5 scenarios you like the best. And that'll be up the same time as the video or shortly thereafter. Thank you, and let's go. Scenario 1, status quo. In this scenario, Picard has continued to be captain on the Enterprise for the past 20 years. Geordi LaForge, or Data, is now the commander. Data is returned in the form of B4, the android. Riker and Troy stops by from time to time on the Titan. Beverly has married Picard long ago and has resumed her role as the chief medical officer on board the USS Enterprise. And Worf could be there as security, or Klingon ambassador, or has his own ship and stops by from time to time. Wesley should also be there, and I'll tell you why. He deserves it. There's no bigger Trekkie or Trekker than Will Wheaton. He's held the torch for many, many years despite lots and lots and lots of negative feedback. And Wesley was a good character and would be a perfect fit as chief engineer. This would be great to continue the voyages to see what new lives and new civilizations will be discovered. In this scenario, Picard follows Kirk's advice and doesn't let them promote him or move him from the ship. Scenario 2, Admiral Picard. In this scenario, we get to see what an admiral does. Picard assumed Admiral's ship years ago. Picard could be the first admiral in Starfleet to not need a bigger sized uniform when he makes admiral. Plus, he could be also a really nice admiral, since there's been a lot of really mean ones. In this scenario, there's also a new Enterprise, Enterprise F or G. Picard's first order is to promote Captain Riker from the Titan to the Enterprise. Riker getting the band back together could be the first episode where he goes through and finds what everyone's been doing and brings them all back to the Enterprise. Picard, being an admiral and needing to travel, will also need a ship to do that on, thus being the Enterprise. Beverly would go with them, because in this scenario they're married. Worf could also travel with them because they need a Klingon ambassador, or he rejoins Starfleet and he's there as commander or chief of security. I don't know. Worf will be there too. Scenario 3, 24th century mashup. This scenario can fit into any of the others or be a standalone. Picard is an admiral or a captain, like in the first 2, and he's married to Beverly. But the crew of the Enterprise is augmented by Deep Space Nine and Voyager crew members. Even though this is 20 years later, Harry Kim is still an ensign. Dax, Paris, Bashir, O'Brien could all be there. In different roles, or the same roles. Starfleet, you don't have to stay an engineer if you don't want to. It could be a great scene with B'Elanna arguing with Geordi about field capacitors or something, transducers. Admiral Janeway could issue orders and pop in from time to time. And they could finally save, free, or find Captain Sisko. I mean, come on, it's been 20 years. Is he still fighting with Dukat in the weird space, or come on, that would be a great first episode. And they could free Ducat too, because he was awesome. Scenario 4, Ambassador Picard. In this scenario, Picard is or has been an ambassador for a time. He relinquished command of the Enterprise to Captain Riker. Riker gets the band back together. Picard finally marries Beverly, and then we get to see what an ambassador does. This would have some great opportunities to show the differences in Captain Riker's command style versus Picard. They could have difference of opinions, and Picard, I wouldn't do it like that, or Riker's like, well, I'm the captain now, so whatever. And this would have the opportunity to see the different cultures up close, personal. Maybe they could spend a few episodes on a planet. The different aliens and exploration and what Star Trek is. This would be fun. Scenario 5, President Picard. Picard becomes president of the United Federation of Planets. He has just won the election, or he's been president for a while. I don't want to sound like a humanist, but all the past presidents have been alien. I mean, come on. Humans started the UFP, and the headquarters is on Earth. And I can think of no greater candidate. We could have Riker popping in from time to time, Picard needing to travel on different starships. Other crew members from DS9, Voyager, and TNG are also captains now. In this scenario, Beverly is going through a horrible divorce with Picard. Just kidding. They're happily married. This scenario would be fun. It'd open up new doors for Star Trek. We'd get to see the internal operations of the UFP. Maybe we could get a good look at the 150 plus planets of the Federation, how they look and operate with their own delegates and representatives, and Picard's got to talk to them, and there's problems and situations. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. I cannot wait to see this new show.